Friends, family, welcome back. This is Chef D Knight with another episode of Funk Up the Flavor. So today we're going to be funking it up with breakfast. So how did this all come about? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to cook here in just a second. But so this morning I woke up and I asked my wife, I said, hey baby, what you want for breakfast? She said, I don't know. And I said, what about a spinach and artichoke omelet? She said, oh, that sounds so good. I said, cool. So I've never had one, never made one. So that's what Funk Up the Flavor is all about too. I love doing new stuff that I've never done. So y'all come back, check out this spinach and artichokes omelet. And so I'm gonna give you the step-by-step, give you all the ingredients. So it should take about 8 minutes and you out of here. So I hope you guys come back and check it out. All right, to start this omelet off, I got my pan here. Listen, you want a nice pan, it's gonna be kind of non-stick, you know, that's a good pan. I got my heat on like medium. We don't want to go too high. So we're gonna drop in some butter right there on the spot. See, it didn't even sizzle. Didn't even sizzle. That's how you don't want the pan too high. You don't want your temperature high. It's now finally starting to get a little sizzle. So to that, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of oil as well. Now we're only cooking the omelet for one person, right? One omelet. So this is all you need. 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of oil. All right, so what else do we need? Well, you need some eggs to make an omelet. So I got some eggs right here with some salt and pepper that I've already added. Just a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. So I'm gonna scramble this real quick. Now, before I add the eggs, what I always love to do, just go ahead and get the onions done. I like to just put a little flavoring on my onions and my tomatoes. And then I'm gonna hit them with a little salt and a little pepper, just a sprinkle. All right, so I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna scramble these eggs real quick. I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna add the eggs. Then I'm gonna add the I'm gonna come right back and add the artichoke. Then I'm gonna add the eggs, and then I'm gonna add the spinach, then the cheese. Then we're gonna fold it over, put it on the plate, sprinkle it with some parsley, and we're gonna enjoy this thing. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, so our onions and tomatoes are cooking. They're nice and warm through. So to that, I'm gonna add my diced artichoke. So listen, artichoke, man, you can get whatever kind of artichoke that you like. I like this brand right here because it's marinated and they put some herbs and seasonings in there and some spices. So this is a pretty good brand. You can get the canned kind, whatever you like, but that's just what I like. All right, so we got the artichoke in there. Hey, I'm gonna see if I can flip the, hey, look at that. There you go. That's all you want to do, and just let everything kind of heat through, right? So we're not even like really cooking this. We're just letting it heat up. Because, you know, you don't want to cook these tomatoes. You just want them to actually just heat up a little bit. All right, so now we got all that in there. So to this, we add the egg. So when you add these eggs, right, it's just 3 eggs. Just kind of get them going all around the pan. Make sure it's completely coating your pan here, right? And you don't need you need a spatula. I'm sorry, I was about to say you don't need a spatula, but you need a spatula, a rubber spatula. All right, just kind of spread everything out. Fill in them little holes. And now if you want more tomatoes, you can. I don't care how many tomatoes you add. I wouldn't go any more than like maybe 6 to 8 tomatoes, just because of the water content in that tomato. And I like to pull the edges back just a little bit around my omelet and spread the rest of it out. All right, so I'm gonna let this cook for about 4 minutes on this medium heat, because I like my omelet to be nice and crusty. Or I don't want to say crusty, but I like it to like have like this nice little brown on it, man. This is how I like my eggs, especially when I'm talking about an omelet. I don't like my omelets runny. All right, we're gonna let this cook. And to this, I got about a quarter cup of chopped spinach. So I'm gonna add my chopped spinach in here. All right. You guess what else I'm gonna add? Just a dash of salt and pepper. Why am I adding a dash of salt and pepper? Because I added something else to it that needs seasoning. All right, so I'm gonna let this go for about 3 to 4 minutes, guys. And then I'm gonna slowly but surely lift these edges up, flip this thing over, put it on the plate and enjoy. All right, so I'll be back to show you what the flip looks like. Now before the flip, I add my cheese, right? So I add my cheese and I'm gonna let this go until the cheese starts to melt. So when you see the cheese start to kind of melt, what that is that's an indication that the bottom of this thing is almost done. And y'all can see that's why I always go around, see how I'm doing here? Just kind of lift the edges up. That way you are ensuring that your omelet doesn't stick to your pan. Alright, so I'm gonna let this see right here. You can kind of see the cheese is starting to melt, right? Yep, cheese is starting to melt. Great indication that we're almost done here. Alright, so I'm gonna let this go a couple more minutes. Then we're gonna do the flip onto the plate, baby, and we're gonna get to enjoy a spinach and artichoke dip stuffed omelet. Yeah! Alright, so the omelet is done. You can see how the cheese is melted. It's moving around nicely in the pan. So let's see if I can go ahead and slide this bad boy out of the skillet onto the pan. And then we're gonna fold it over just like that. So now you got an omelet, guys. Look, this is how I like my omelets. If you want yours a little less done, by all means, cook it a little less time. But this is just how I like mine, right? So right here, I got some fresh parsley. Just sprinkle some of that on there. Look, you can use cilantro too, whatever you like, right? And then after I do that, guess what else is coming? I'm gonna hit it with just a little sprinkle of salt and pepper. This is called finishing seasoning right there. So we put that on top just to finish it off. All right, so then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna taste this thing and tell y'all what it's hitting on. Look, I know I said this was for my wife. I said, baby, what you want for breakfast? But somebody got to test it out before she eat it, right? So I'm gonna just take one bite, and then we always share, you know, meals anyway. So, which is so, man, when you can share a meal with your spouse, man, it's so wonderful just to just sit back and, you know, she eat, I eat, man. Anyway, enough of that. So let me tell y'all about this spinach and artichoke dip stuff. I've never had it, so we're about to try it out. All right, here we go. Give me a tomato. Ooh, y'all saw that cheese? Ooh, look at that. Ooh, ooh. Slamming. Do it. If you like spinach and you like artichoke and you like omelets, put it together. All right, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is just a little quick to show y'all how to make you a nice omelet for breakfast. Remember, the key to a good omelet: butter, some olive oil, a great non-stick pan, and just a little bit of patience. Don't turn the heat up too high. You want to keep your heat around a nice medium, and you get the perfect omelet every time. So I will remember to kind of keep the edges. Work with the edges so it doesn't stick. So when you get ready to flip it out that pan, it'll flip right out like you see me do today. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Chef D Night with another episode of Funk Up the Flavor. Don't forget, go to Facebook and Instagram. Check out Date Night Catering. That's KNIGHT. And then I can also be reached at 205-223-2309. And I want to give a shout out to Wood and Royalty. Thank you for my piece, because this is my piece. All right, man. Y'all have a great day.